Today's lesson is on homophones. What is a homophone? According to a student's dictionary, a homophone is a word that sounds the same as another, but is spelled differently and has a different meaning. One pair of words that are homophones are bear and bear. B-A-R-E is without anything, having nothing, and B-E-A-R can mean an animal. This lesson on homophones is geared towards a second grade classroom and will incorporate individual learning as well as small group learning. The objectives for today's lesson are to have students understand what a homophone is and to be able to use the correct homophone in sentence structure. Today we will also be playing a game. Before we begin our game on homophones, it is very important to incorporate literature into learning. There are 3 frames with different story selections. This one is 8-8. It's a feast of homophone riddles. There's also Dear Dear and How Much Can a Bear Bear? Choose one of these stories to read and have a discussion at the end of the story on what homophones the children found within the story. This will help their understanding and also create some comprehension strategies for later in the lesson. Now we're on to the game. The game is called Pair of Pairs, and simply out of poster board, make a pear tree. I used yellow and green cutout pears and used visual aids on the pears. For example, I have tail and tail. T-A-L-E shows a picture of children reading a story, and T-A-I-L shows a picture of an alligator tail. When you've completed at least 6 different pairs, please feel free to paste the titles and the words for visual cues, and then shuffle them up and have the students find the pair. Once the game is complete and all of the pairs are found and matched onto the tree, there's a worksheet called Homophones. On it, there are 12 questions, and the students need to choose the right selection in the right column. For example, question number 1 says, the boy lost blank teeth. The first answer is T-O, and the second answer is T-W-O. They will not only need to circle the correct answer, but also write it on the line. By doing both circling and writing, it makes a better connection in their brain. This activity is to be done individually, although if students are struggling, please partner them up with someone that may be finished ahead of time. For the next worksheet, we have a group of words in sentences. They need to use highlighters for this, and again we're trying to find different comprehension strategies by circling, writing, and highlighting. We're using 3 different skills for the students to have a better comprehension. This activity may be partnered up as well. If you notice students are having some difficulties, please assist in this as well. And then for our final activity, there's a create silly sentences from the following homophone bank. Provided as a word bank with at least 20 homophones, and they need to make silly sentences with at least 1 or 2 of the words in each sentence. If time permits, allow them to draw a picture of 1 or 2 other sentences. This will allow them to again have more meaning and incorporate different connections in their brain. If you notice that your students are struggling at any point, please refer to the Pair of Pairs tree. There are many different teaching techniques that you can use as well. For the word tail, for example, T-A-I-L ends in L, and that is an animal tail. So you could say the animal ends with their tail. As teachers, it is very important for us to be creative in our lesson plans, and I'm sure if you Google some more information on homophones, you can find different tricks to teaching the homophones.